Hi, I'm Adam from forgottenclankstudios, and in this video we're going to look at the new Omega mastering clipper. I've prepared a small Thor patch here, which just plays a sine wave. So no distortion is being applied at the moment, and you hear just the fundamental frequency without anything else, which is what you're supposed to hear. So let's reduce the threshold and introduce some hot clipping. You can hear the harmonics being added. Still no issue. We can go soft clipping for different flavor. Above this threshold you get hard clipping, and below that you get soft clipping. So you see what's going on to your input signal. And yeah, this is what most distortion devices do. They just distort the signal and are done with it. And it's not really a problem unless you go to really extremes with the distortion, or you play really high notes. So for example, if I go here, I think this is already aliasing. Let's see if we switch to medium. Yeah, this is already aliasing, so we've eliminated that. If I go higher, with the medium quality setting, 4 times oversampling, not really an issue. If we drive it further, no issue there. No aliasing visible or audible, even at this high of a note. So yeah, let's go to something more extreme, like a star wave, that's going to produce more aliasing. No, I want to do this. So this is just a sine wave, and with no distortion. And if we distort it, we get kind of more like a square wave. And you can see no aliasing, at least I can't. Let's see if we switch to medium, maybe there's some difference in the high frequencies. No, not really. Let's go to a higher note. Ah, there's a bit of aliasing. And it's gone. Let's go to a higher note. Yeah, a lot more aliasing here. But I can't get it to, like, I can't drive it so hard that I need the high preset. I think I need to increase the input drive. Yeah, there we can see a little bit of aliasing, and now it's gone. I just want to point out these frequencies here are not like of the harmonic series of the wave shaping. So these are actually the harmonics you probably want, but these are coming in because of intermodulation distortion, and that also happens in the analog world, so you can't really get rid of it. So yeah, you can also see them here a bit. That's not aliasing. Aliasing is like, yeah, there's some frequencies right besides those that are aliasing, but those frequencies themselves are not aliasing. Okay, so let's go to an example for mastering. I've exported the track that I've shown in the AutoSub showcase without any limiting or distortion applied, and let's see what it can do for that type of material. So I think if I want to master this, I would certainly apply some limiting, but the issue you get with limiting, or that you can get, is that if you want to get the track very, very loud, it's going to introduce pumping, and you can mitigate that by first introducing some clipping to cut off the transients, and then applying limiting, so there's no chance that makes the whole track duck. So let's reduce the threshold. And it's still very transparent, I think, even though we're cutting off quite a bit of the waveform. So you're a touch cleaner, like that. If I go more extreme, you can hear what it's doing. Also with soft clipping. Different flavor. But I think like something like that is good, because if you add a little bit of grit to this kind of music, it does work in my opinion. And let's see if the quality setting does something for this. I at least can't really hear a difference, so that's something I also want to say. If you're mastering with this, the low quality setting should be enough. It depends on your material. Maybe if you have really like soft stuff that you want to apply a lot of distortion to for some reason, it can make a difference. But if you just like stick to the mastering philosophy of not really altering the track too much, you're not going to get a lot of audible aliasing, especially with this kind of music where you most likely go to use a clipper. There's already a lot of noise in high frequencies, and a little bit more noise isn't really going to change the timbre of the track. Yeah, so just if you want to use it for like sound design or something, the quality setting can come in very handy, but not something as like particularly useful for mastering. Of course, if you want to go for the cleanest sound possible, or if you want to use it for like marketing your services, you can say like I use really high quality 16 times oversample clipper. You can of course do that, but like practical application in mastering, not so sure. Even though it's called the mastering clipper, I know there are people that are very concerned about aliasing, and this is for you guys. So, last example, I have a rap vocal. That, especially with rap vocals, I think a little bit of a distortion does really fit the vibe of those aggressive vocals. This recording was sent to me by some other guy that didn't record in a very dry room, so you can hear a bit of the room reverb creeping in. Also because I added a bit of compression in the EQ, so there's that. But let's hear what the clipper can do for this vocal.
I'm literally dragging out so I can speak my mind. Get to lay my own heart so I don't stay behind. Too many talks in circles, know who you around. And if you watch the session, it's not for good, your code's out of clan. I'm literally
I think it just adds a little bit more grit to the vocal. Not something like super obvious. We can go super obvious, of course.
dragging out so I can speak my mind. Get to lay my own heart so I don't stay behind.
Now you can hear what the distortion does. But I think with this type of vocal, the soft clipping actually is more natural. Let's listen to that.
I'm literally dragging out so I can speak my mind. Get to lay my own heart so I don't stay behind. Too many talks in circles, know who you around. And if you watch the session, it's not for good, your code's out of clan. I'm literally dragging out so I can speak my mind. Get to lay my own heart so I don't stay behind. Too many talks in circles, know who
I think it just adds that little bit of aggressiveness that it needs. And lastly, let's check what the quality setting does.
you around. And if you watch the session, it's not for good, your code's out of clan. I'm literally dragging out so I can speak my mind. Get to lay my own heart so I don't stay behind. Too many talks in circles, know who you around.
Again, I don't think there's a difference there. At least I can hear one. If you can hear it, great. You can get this device and you're happy with it. Yeah, so that's it. That was all the demos I have for you. Of course, with all the rack extensions, you can buy them or try them for 30 days for free in a Recent Studios shop. And yeah, thanks for watching.